Now Nandanar, we see he was an outcast and he was serving a Brahmana in one of the villages. And then he had intense Shiva Bhakti. Mahadeva doesn't see, okay fine, he is lower or he is higher. Intense Bhakti is required, that's all. There is nothing Mahadeva requires. Even Shrikantacharya says, Nilakantacharya says, even a Chandala who is chanting Shiva Shiva, you can sit with him, eat with him, talk with him, sleep with him, like that. So that even one of the Upanishads, which has not been mentioned very often, it is a recent Upanishad only, but it was interesting to read. It says that, even Shiva Purana says that a Brahmana who is devoid of Shiva Bhakti is lower than a Chandala who is completely full of Shiva Bhakti. A Chandala who has Shiva Bhakti is greater than a Brahmana who doesn't have a Shiva Bhakti. So that's what. And he was serving a Brahmana, Nandanar. So he always had an aspiration to go to Shiva temple. And he somehow got permission from the Brahmana. And then he went to Shiva. In those days, the people who were outcasts were not allowed to enter the temple. And Shivalokanathar, he went to the Shivalokanathar temple and then no one allowed him inside. And then he sang a beautiful song. Oh Mahadeva, is this fair on your part? So like everyone should get your grace, right? Everyone should get your grace, right? So please offer me. I want your darshan. That's why I've come here. They are not allowing me to enter the temple. So please give me your darshan. And then Mahadeva will ask Nandi to move. And then the Arati will happen automatically. No Acharya will be there in the temple. Arati will happen automatically for Lord Shiva. And Mahadeva will give grace just because his devotee Nandanar had come and waiting outside. This happened in the Shivalokanathar temple, which is near the Vaidishwaran temple. And then he will go back to his village and then he'll keep serving the Brahmana and then he will get a divine sound. The universe himself will speak to Nandanar saying that go to Chidambaram. That's where you will attain Mukti. And then he will say, okay, next day, I will go to Chidambaram one day. I'll go to Chidambaram one day. I'll go to Chidambaram one day. He'll keep saying that. And then the Brahmana, he always thought of Nandanar like he insulted Nandanar in many ways because he belonged to an outcast. And then one day Nandanar would say, I just want one thing. I'll go and visit Chidambaram and watch the beauty of Chidambaram Nataraja and I'll come here. I will just be at your lotus feet forever. Just give me that one chance to go to Chidambaram and come back. And then the Brahmana will reply, after transplanting 40 vales, that is 250 acres of land of paddy, then you can go. Now this is impossible even in Nandanar's lifetime. 250 acres of paddy just by himself, it will take years and years. This is not going to happen. He knew that. So he will give, and then you can leave. And then you can go and visit Chidambaram. So he will put him in a predicament, that Brahmana. And then Nandanar will start crying, weeping. He doesn't know what to do. Oh my God, Chidambaram, Shiva Chidambaram. He will be chanting Shiva Chidambaram, Shiva Chidambaram, Shiva Chidambaram, Shiva Chidambaram. And then Mahadeva himself will appear and then he will populate the paddies in all the 250 acres of land. And there was an assistant of that Brahmana. And then he will be surprised to see completely wheat grown all over. And then that Brahmana will come and then he'll be surprised to hear from his assistant. And then he will come and see. He'll be completely surprised. And then he would have insulted Nandanar many times. That Brahmana would have insulted Nandanar many times. He would have said, an outcast wants to see the darshan of Chidambara Nataraja. He's an outcast. So he would have insulted. He would have thought those things and then he'll be completely deeply in tears. And then he will go and fall at the feet of Nandanar. Brahmana. That Brahmana will go and fall at the feet of Nandanar. And then Nandanar would beautifully sing a song. Yen appanallava, yen taayumallava, ponnappanallava, ponnambalattava. You are my father. You are also my mother. He comes as Taayumanavar, right? And then Ponnambalattava. You are golden. Ponnar Veniyane. Nayanmars would have sung. Ponnar Veniyane. Pulitholai anindavane. He is with the tiger skin. Sundaramurti Nayanar sings, you are that golden Purusha, Hiranmaya Purusha. We see that in the Chandogya Upanishad, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Ishavasya Upanishad, Mundaka Upanishad. Mundaka Upanishad says, Rukma Varna. Rukma. You are golden. We see those references, beautiful references in the Shastras, and Nayanmars also describe that. Ponnambalattava. And then Nandana requests him, I want to go to Chidambaram. And then Brahmana, you can go. You are my Lord actually. I have to fall and serve your feet. So you go to Chidambaram, and then he will go. And there also he will have problems. So there also he will be not allowed to enter the temple. And then Chidambara Nataraja himself will appear in the dream of 3 Dikshitars. And then he will give the knowledge. He will say, my true devotee Nandanar is waiting outside the temple for a long time, for many days. So please allow him into the temple. And then the next day they will come, and then they will see Nandanar, and then they will say to Nandanar, okay, Chidambara Nataraja himself came in the dream and then told. And then one of the Dikshitars was really, he was arrogant, and then he said, okay, no, this is not, actually this cannot be, just because he came in the dream and then said, we cannot accept this. So you have to jump into the fire and prove your purity, and then only we can enter into the temple. And are you okay with that, Nandanar? He will like put a checkmate for Nandanar, and then Nandanar would say that Ananda Murti will help me. That Ananda Murti will help me. By the grace of Ananda Murti, nothing will happen to me. Nandanar was still confident, completely, 100%. Jumping into the fire. Would we be able to do? No, not at all. At least not me. So he was, at that time also he said, no, 100% that Ananda Murti will help me. And then Nandanar, he will go, and then he will rotate the fire sacrifice, and then he will jump into the fire, and then everyone will be surprised to see that he will come back with the Tripundra and Basma Dharana, completely with Basma and with the Tripundra Dharana, and then with Rudraksha all over his body. He will have a Shika also with a Yajñopavita. And then all the Chidambara Nataraja, all the Chidambara Dikshitars will fall at the feet of Nandanar, and then please forgive us. And then Nandanar finally beautifully sings a song. Veeradam Muyalagan Mudugil Urukal Vaitha Vittaga. He says, Veeradam Muyalagan. That Muyalagan is described as Apasmar. He is completely full of arrogance and ignorance. Represents complete Ahankara. That Asura who is at the lotus foot of Mahadeva. Completely full of Ahankara. Veeradam Muyalagan. Mudugil. Mudugil means backbone. On the backbone. Mudugil. Urukal Vaitha Vittaga. Urukal. That just you are placing that your one leg on the backbone of that Asura. He sings. And then Malayan Kondada. Brahma and Vishnu are celebrating you. Even Brahma and Vishnu cannot understand you, O Mahadeva. And then finally, with complete love, he sings, and with tears in his eyes, he merges into Chidambara Nataraja. And the understanding is that he goes back to Mahakailasha to eternally serve Mahadeva. That is the true understanding. Nandanar's story should give us confidence, you know. Bhakti alone. That day we were discussing. Shiva is completely... only by Bhakti you can win over him. He is conquered only by Bhakti, not by anything else. If you know the Stutis, if you know the complete Vedas, Namo Veda Vidam Manishinam Upasaniyaya Namo Namaha. The Sutta Samhita Brihaspati Stuti ends by that saying that the Veda Pandits who have studied the Vedas, if they have completely known the Vedas, they would do Katha only on, Upanyasam only on Shiva. They will talk only about the glories of Mahadeva. They would do Shivanama Sankirtanam, they would do Shiva Smaranam. Shiva Ekodhyaya, right? So that's the thing, the story of Nandanar.